We
So
got to talk about Tulsa a little bit. What's going
hey,
on in Tulsa?
um, I would just say I went out there with the mind frame of let me just provide to this community. Let me be, a willing participant to be open to a community. Come in as a transplant. Look, I have this, certain skill set. I have this passion. If I can help you out, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I've already done research about this, the whole state and that particular city. So I was already looking at it from a program standpoint, a curriculum standpoint of like, okay, from an outside looking in, I could see these certain services being beneficial if, they were available. So finally being able to be a resident and seeing it
Mm-hmm.
from the front lines, it's like, okay, the research makes sense. At least some of the things I was thinking of going before, I was able to add on to that. So I just say, for the fact that, centennial, 100 years from
Yeah.
the race massacre. And then, consequently, or I would say ironically, Tulsa being the first city or the first place to, take away the Black Lives Matter paint on the street on
Really?
Greenwood. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. First. Huh.
So me saying that, I just, there's a lot of conversations that not just only need to be had, but there was a guy that I met there. I was talking about having a conversation, and he was like, "Man, from conversation to contract." And I was like, "Man, that's a really dope concept,
Mm-hmm.
man." And I'm like, "That's what needs to happen." So,
Right.
support to him. Hopefully, he's still pushing that effort. But you know, not only just having a conversation, but all right, once we have the conversation, where are we going to go?
Exactly.
Because
Because we'll
action
talk all
speaks louder
day.
than words,
We'll
right?
talk for years. I still have some prospects. I'm not even in the business anymore, but I still have some prospects who were probably my prospects for at least 8 years. It's
Wow,
ridiculous. What are we talking about? Let's go.
right.
Right? Yeah, I get it. I like that. Conversation to contract.
Simple and plain. That's why I say make it simple.
Right.
So
Keep it simple.
keep it simple. So yeah, is there any other things you like to know about Oklahoma? I'm trying to think. I mean, that's a loaded question within itself.
Right. So what let me ask this. Did the community receive what you were trying to give?
Um, I think on the onset, I think they recognized what I was trying to do, but then at the same time, uh, you know, coming into a certain place, uh, respect comes first. And respect is give and take.
Yeah.
So you never know what a person has already had to go through and what they made it through.
Mm,
But it's like when we need to collaborate, uh, like if you're not the captain of the ship shouldn't sink.
true.
So, I just expressed that. But going to, I've been moving around a lot on this journey. So one of the things that I recognize, I judge, I won't want to say a judge. I won't say that. I kind of get a feel for a certain place by observing the traffic and
Hmm.
observing how the women move.
Really? Tell
This is
me about this, sir.
so
How the women moving in Tulsa?
I'll get to that in a second. I'm talking about the traffic first. I gotta take some time for that one. Not
Okay,
just playing.
got it.
But as far as traffic, a lot of places aren't and this is not Tulsa, so I'm not, attacking anything else. But I say across the board, a lot of places I've gone, a lot of the pathways and intersections, everything is not visitor friendly. It's like you get there and it's like, if you're not from there, you're going to take some time to adjust, because it's like, all right, a lot of things are built. It's to like, all right, if you're from here, you know this.
Yeah.
If you're not from here, like, all right, you need to really take caution. So I recognize some passive aggressiveness. And, when people are in their vehicle, they pretty much feel like they're free. Like, that's their vehicle. They're behind the wheel. They're literally, driving in their lane or driving out of the lane or whatever they're doing. So that shows me the mentality of the place.
Interesting. Okay.
So then the reason why I say see how the women move is because, women play such an important part just in society, period.
Mm-hmm.
For one, nurturing, and plus, like, y'all are able to soak up stuff, and like, you're able to take things that, I would say y'all don't get enough credit for. So I see a reflection of like, all right, so if women are moving like this, I know guys are moving like this, because they're a reflection of that dynamic of that particular area.
Yeah.
And that's how they're going to handle business. So I would just say my experience there was very interesting. And it was, yeah, I'll just say interesting.
Okay, we're keeping it interesting.
I'll put it like this. Sometimes I guess I'm too direct. Which this can bring up a whole nother conversation about the dynamic between men and women right now. Like, we're not even going to talk about dating.
Let's not do it today.
It's way too long. So I'm going to put a pin in that, and we can continue that conversation later.
Got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, yeah. But anyway.
Nothing ever was handed, all about respect, never about ego. Wish I could have retired a long time ago and disappeared way beyond the trees. But my homies kept influencing me, said they needed to hear my lyrics, like my flow, cause they felt my spirit. Plus the people needed to hear it, a conversation with conscientious lyrics.